that comes through on the oysters. Oysters like to be clean, they like to keep a clean house, so these guys actually live quite happily together. I've actually found up to 2 pea crabs in one oyster. Would you like to give birth to the pearl? So it's just like popping a pimple.
Oh.
I said that to a kid once and they're like, huh? I went, oh yeah, duh.
Oh, wow.
Wow. There we are. So we have ourselves, looks like a little teardrop shape. So there's our little...
And if you look to the right hand side there is those sort of huts, those whatever you want to call them, shade shelters or anything like that. And they lived on the beach. We've got turtle. Oh, by the way, see the one with the shade cloth on it? Last year, that was advertised, that was up for sale. It was advertised for Renovators Delight, and someone has got it, done it up by the look of it. Bahari Joey people were really happy. It's living there on the beach. They've got heaps of turtle, that's their main diet, turtle. They love eating turtle. But the government realised you can't have people living on a beach. This is, we're talking late 60s, early 70s now. So they built the community, Adialoon. And as I said, if you can't remember, just say One Arm Point. How did One Arm Point get its name? I'm glad you asked me that. Years ago, you were allowed to fish with dynamite. Do I keep going? Okay. You can Google it. Wikipedia. Anyway. So there's an Aboriginal pearl diver at the community, Adialoon there. And he's in his dinghies out the point out here. At that stage, it didn't have a name. He's fishing. He's got his stick of dynamite. He throws his stick of dynamite in, and he waits. And he waits and he waits. There's nothing happening. You've got to wait, just in case. So he thinks, oh, well, I've got a spare, I've got a bung fuse head, I've got a spare one in my bag. So he thinks, well, I'm an Aboriginal pearl diver, I'll dive in and get the stick of dynamite, and I'll put the new fuse head in and have another crack. So a long time had passed, so he's safe. He dives in. Wrong. Kaboom. Delayed reaction. Blows off his arm. Hence the name One Arm Point. So I hope someone did Google that to prove that I'm telling you the truth. Now Google doesn't tell you everything. He's actually buried out here behind the hatchery. Well, when you think about it, not all of him is buried there, but most of him is buried there behind the hatchery. And another little fact is that Google won't tell you that he is the great-great-grandfather, or one arm, of the tour guide. So there you go.
Magical mystery tour.
No, mystery's the next one.
And Das Boat, isn't it a great show?
Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Close up on you, just like so. You see how fast he close up to? So if you're not faster than him, he's gonna close up on you. Now because the threaded shell, sharp threaded shell, it's gonna go through flesh like hot knife through butter. So if you stick your foot to a clamshell anywhere else in the world, you might be okay. But if you stick your foot to a clamshell down here, you see my reef? It's got water on it. An hour ago, it was dry. So another hour, it's going to be covered up. So if you stick your foot to a clamshell down there, your only option is to hack your foot off and race the sharks back to the car, guys, because my tide comes in a bit too fast around these parts for you guys to wait for this guy to open up now. 2 hours out there on the reef systems, you will be a goner. Now, if you drown around these parts, guys, people have drowned around these parts and fallen off the boat around these parts. People that hit the currents right now, if you're incoming, if you drown here, this tide's going to take you into Derby, where there's dirty water and crocs you can have in a croc's belly. Over that way, that's incoming tide. Outgoing tide, you'll end up in Indonesia, and the tiger sharks will eat you out that way. So either either, you're not going to survive around these parts, guys. So I urge my tourists to stay well away of my clamshells, because you guys, this guy here is just young and he's about 8 to 10 to 12 years of age, so he's got a very, very, very long way to go. Greenbacks live to about 100 or 150 years of age, so this guy most probably outlive every single one of us. Depending on gender, males usually get a bit more bigger than the females, but only by a bit. So males go to about $1.60 m, $1.70 m, $1.80 somewhere around there. Females get to about $1.60 m, $1.50 m, $1.40 somewhere around there. So a lot more bigger than the claws look too big for the body. So that's how it tends to be. The males have small bodies, big claws. Females tend to have bigger bodies, smaller claws. And I'm gonna let this guy go again now. There you go, mate. Don't do anything stupid.
Tiny plane.
Hatchery, fabulous young man, only 22
for feeding time. Oh, look at that big fish.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, you wouldn't come up the other way. We're going down it? Prepared to get back up. Come back up again. Did you used to go there this way?
That is just crazy big. And almost just sitting here, about to be sucked down at any moment.
All through here on our left as well, massive sandbanks. This place will look completely different. So this is the end of the incoming tide. But there's a reason that we get these pinch point rapids. So the tides here change every 6 hours. Today we've got a 9 metre variant in tide. So the high tide was 10 metres, the low tide's a metre. Every 6 hours they change, go in and out, go in and out. We've got what we call 3 different bodies of water here. Outer sea, where we've come from, Talbot Bay, outer sea. Middle sea, where we are, here in the middle. Inner sea there, okay? Huge amount of gravitational force, 2/3 coming from the moon, 1/3 the sun, being the gravitational force of the tide, okay? And there's only a short time, that's 6 hours for 9 metres to fill in and then go out. And it just can't equalise as it goes through these gaps. They're the only gaps in and out of these huge bodies of water. Just can't equalise. That's why we can see the water banked up on the other side here. At the moment, the water is 3 metres difference level in height banked up on this side than it is there. It's all just forcing its way in as quickly as it can, but because it can't equalise on the way through, creates a big horizontal fall. The reason we get all these beautiful whirlpools and eddies and things that you can see forming, water can't be compressed any more than it is. It's already very, very dense. So the water is just bouncing off itself here, there and everywhere, creating these massive whirlpools and these rapids.
Rows on the top jaw and 27 rows on the bottom. Now those teeth are all in a comb-like formation to make it easier for the sharks to break up things like larger fish, crabs, octopus, crustaceans, anything that they may need to make a little bit smaller before they... Now like I said, these sharks here, they are not predators to those fish. However, when we get... somewhere safe, in this larger group of 10 to 12, they're going to pile themselves up on top of one another just like a pyramid. And
what do you think?